dimension. Okay, so mainly how many dimensions we have?
Three dimensions.
Okay, or someone have fourth or fifth dimension as well. Okay, so mainly we discuss three dimensional. Okay, three dimensions we have. So this line is how many dimension having? One dimension only. Either we can move this side or this side. A straight line, this side or this side. This is one dimension. Okay, this board is how many dimension it is having?
Two dimensions.
Two dimensions, x-axis, y-axis. Two dimensions are there. We can move here. So this floor is having two dimensions. We can move here or there, but on the floor, two dimensional. Okay, and this space is what? Three dimensional. That is, body can move here as such. Any way it can move. This is three dimensional. Okay, so our second chapter is limited to one dimension only. That is motion in a straight line. One dimension only. That is, we can move this side or this side. That's it. It is related to one dimension only. That is motion, movement of a body in one direction, or one on a straight line, in a straight line. It can be this direction or this direction. Okay, this is one dimension motion. Okay, so some basics we'll be discussing first. So we have discussed the physical quantities. Physical quantities we have discussed. The quantities which can be measured. We have the mental quantities as well, which we cannot measure. Or like ideas, they are mental quantities. So physical quantities are quantities which can be measured. They are called as physical quantities. Now, how we can measure those quantities that we have discussed? We already discussed how unit we have derived fundamental unit, and in terms of that, how we have measured those physical quantities. Okay. Now, these physical quantities, they can be of two types: scalars or scalar quantities. Second is vectors or vector quantities. Okay. So what is the difference between scalars and vector? We'll be discussing them. Okay. So they can be scalar quantities or they can be vector quantities, these physical quantities. Okay. For example, I gave you mass. Mass we have. Okay. I bought from market 5 kg sugar. So mass is 5 kg. Okay. This is clear. So what all I have mentioned here? Magnitude of the mass. Magnitude of the mass is how much? 5 kg. So scalars, how they are defined? These are the physical quantities. Scalars are nothing but physical quantities. Quantities which are represented by their magnitude only. Okay. Which are expressed by their magnitude only. This is magnitude 5 kg. So these are the physical quantities which are represented or expressed by their magnitude only. For example, 5 kg of sugar. So 5 kg is the magnitude of the physical quantity mass. Okay, it is the 5 kg is the magnitude of physical quantity mass. Okay, now you can see here any more thing I have told. Any direction I have told? 5 kg sugar doesn't need any direction to tell. So in scalars, only magnitude is mentioned, only magnitude. And how, for magnitude, what do we require? Two things we require: unit in which it is measured. Value. Yes, unit, that is kg, and the numerical value, that is how many times this unit is repeated. Okay, numerical value. So for representing magnitude, we require only two quantities. That is, two parameters we require, not quantities. That is unit and numerical value. That is how many times this kg is contained. This is clear. These are scalars. Okay, what all can be example? Mass or distance. For example, I covered 5 kilometers on cycle today. Okay, that is also. So mass, I write with different. That is. What are the examples? Examples of scalars.
Mass,
This is mass,
time,
distance,
density,
time,
Length.
do
density.
you say 5 minutes have passed in east direction. 5 minutes have passed in west direction, in up direction. No, with time we do not say density, mass per unit volume. That is one more very important we'll be discussing here. Speed.
Temperature.
Okay. Temperature, those all are. So with this chapter, which are we'll be going to study are distance. Okay. These all we are going to study. Distance, it's a scalar quantity. Speed, it's a scalar quantity. That means like I have cycled today with the speed of 30 meters per second or 5 meters per second. Like that we can say. 30 will be very fast. Okay. Speed, these are scalar quantity. That is, we don't require direction to mention here. Or okay. But vectors, these are the physical quantities for which are expressed with magnitude and direction. Here we have to represent magnitude as well as direction. So these physical quantities require magnitude plus direction as well. Plus direction as well. Okay. Mass is scalar. Weight is scalar or vector? It is vector. Which direction? Towards the center of the earth? Towards the center of the earth. Okay. And it is majorly measured in Newton. For example, 5 Newton. It always towards the earth. Okay. Weight. Okay. Any more? Distance is there. Here we have displacement. We'll be discussing them in detail. Okay.
Velocity.
Velocity, speed there we have. Here we have velocity. We'll be discussing that those all in detail as well. They are temperature gradient, etc. Their dipole moment and all. Okay, those are all are not important for us for time being. These are important. Okay. Okay. Rest. Okay. So vectors, they are represented by magnitude as well as direction. So we require how many parameters? For magnitude, we require numerical value and unit. Okay. And direction, we'll require direction as well. So for example, I have moved 5 kilometers due east. It means in which direction I have moved? East direction. How much? 5 kilometers. So if this is the point I started and these are the direction, east, west, north, south. So I moved 5 kilometers in this direction. Okay. Okay. Now we discuss how they are represented. Okay. Here it is complete representation. We don't require the direction. So scalars are simply represented with like mass with m. Like mass, you have to represent it with m. T, time, or speed we represent with simply v or s. S or v we represent. Distance, d or s. Or mainly your speed we always represent with v, and distance we will be representing with s. Okay, remember this one. Distance will be represented with s, speed with small v. Okay, and here displacement will be representing with s with an arrow. With an arrow. Arrow represents, that is, there is a direction. There is a direction. And so it represents direction. It represents vector quantity. You can say distance with s, but vector quantity is displacement. S raised to the arrow. Arrow gives us the direction. Okay. Or with bold we represent. Okay. But we will be using this notation only. Okay. This bold, it's a little bit, okay, this is better. Okay. Speed with v, velocity will represent with v with an arrow. We represent with v with an
How
arrow.
do we
Okay.
represent weight?
Weight. Okay, weight. If I write 5 Newton, it's the weight. So its direction is where? We always know its direction is which direction?
Towards the earth.
Towards the earth. So we don't require to represent it. We always know it is in this direction only. Weight is always in this direction. Okay.
Sir, what is the difference between speed and velocity?
speed and velocity. We'll be discussing them in detail. We'll be discussing them all. Okay, so we'll start with first distance, then displacement. Okay, then we'll start with speed. We'll discuss with velocity. Okay, for time being, you can see here, I have moved 5 kilo with a speed of 5 kilometer per hour. Okay, this is speed. Okay, I have moved with a speed of 5 kilometer per hour due east. This is velocity. That is, I have specified direction also. That is, in each direction, I have moved with a velocity of 5 kilometer per hour. In speed, I have moved with 5 kilometer per hour. Understood the difference? So here we are specifying speed. Here we are specifying direction as well. Here we are specifying direction as well. Understood? Distance, displacement we'll be discussing in detail. Then we'll move to speed. Then we'll discuss velocity. And then we'll discuss acceleration as well. Okay. Okay. So there's a little bit more in vectors I have to discuss. Okay. Okay. Mainly these are all are positive quantities. Yes or no? Magnitude is always positive. Magnitude is always positive. Can you buy
Yes,
minus 5 kg of sugar from market? It is not
No,
possible. So it is always positive. Magnitude is always positive. Okay. Now see here. This is one direction. This is other direction. Yes or no? One direction, this other direction. One dimension we are discussing. Straight line, either we can move in this direction or this direction. Okay. If I am taking this direction as positive, so this direction will be negative. This direction, if I'm moving in this direction, I'm taking it positive. So this direction will become negative. Okay. So for example, if we are representing, okay, see a force, if it is applied in this direction on a body, okay. So I can represent this force is a vector quantity, force, okay. If it is minus F, it means the direction has changed. Force is in this direction. Okay. Minus F means the force is in opposite direction. Minus represents direction. Here plus represents direction. So this means force is applied in this direction. Minus F means force is applied in this direction. They are applied in opposite directions. Understood this one? If I'm writing F, it means force is applied in this direction. Okay. If I'm writing same force but with negative sign, it means this time same force is applied but in opposite direction. So these two forces are equal but opposite in direction. So negative sign denotes direction. Negative sign denotes direction. Plus means this direction, minus means that direction. Okay. They denotes direction. Okay, or as well, while solving questions, you have taken this as positive direction, then you have to consider this as negative direction. That is the convention we follow. Okay, mainly this direction is positive, this direction negative. You can take any direction as positive, the other opposite direction will be negative, and you can solve the questions. Understood this one?
Yes, sir.
These things
sir. Yes, sir.
will get more clear when we discuss them in detail. Distance and displacement will be discussing in more detail and it will get more clear. Okay. So next is rest and motion. So how we define a body to be at rest or in motion. Okay. First I give you one example. Okay. For example, you are traveling in a car. You are traveling in a car. Okay. So take, okay, this is car and you are here. Okay. Now this car is moving. Okay. So tell me whether you are at rest position or in motion with respect to car.
In rest.
With respect to car, you are in rest because it's sitting in that. So you are not, why you are saying that you are in rest with respect to car? Because you are not changing your neighborhood. The immediate neighborhood you are not changing, immediate surrounding you are not changing. So with respect to car, you are at rest. But with respect to tree outside,
We
you
are
are
in
in, we are in
motion.
motion. So this rest and motion, they are relative terms. They are relative terms. So mainly how we define the rest and motion, if you are not changing your position with respect to immediate surrounding. Okay, if you are not changing your position with respect to immediate surrounding, if you are not changing your position with respect to immediate surrounding, you are said to be at rest. So a body which is not changing its position with respect to its immediate surrounding, then the body is said to be at rest. This is clear. If
Yes,
it does
sir.
not change it does not change its position with respect to immediate surrounding. Now motion, if your body changes its position, if your body changes its position with respect to its immediate surrounding, we call it as body at motion. Body is at motion. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here, for one thing, we will be taking one convection here. That is, while solving the question, we'll be taking all the bodies at point mass. We'll be taking all the bodies as point. Okay. We'll solve the question using that body as point. We won't be taking the length of the body in consideration. Okay. While solving, we won't be taking the length of the body into consideration. We are considering all the bodies as point. Okay. Since the distance traveled will be much larger as compared to the length of the body or dimensions of the body. Okay. Size of the body, it is much larger distance we are going to cover. So we will be considering large distances covered as compared to the size of the body. Therefore, we'll be taking body as point mass. Okay. And in this chapter, we'll be limited to only one dimensional motion. That is body traveling in one dimension. Or we can say body is moving in a straight line, and such motion is called as rectilinear motion. Okay, one dimension body is moving, this motion is called as rectilinear motion. You can see here line is there, recti-line, in a line, rectilinear straight line, rectilinear motion, that is a straight line motion. So straight line motion, body can move this direction or this side, not on the sides. It cannot move on the side. So our chapter, the whole chapter is limited to one dimensional motion. That is body moving in a straight line. This you all must remember. Motion in one dimension, that is body moving in one, only one dimension, that is straight line. This is called as rectilinear motion. This word is very important, rectilinear. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
Now one example will be taking. Okay. So for example, how we are going to represent the motion. Okay. So we are having one body, or take one pebble or stone, drop it. So it will be moving in a straight line. It will be moving in a straight line. So we have dropped. We started our time at that time. So when t equal to 0, distance covered will be how much? Or you can take position. From here we started. This position we are considering as 0. So after 1 second, stone may be here. So t equal to 1 second, this position changes to 5 meter. Okay, distance covered equal to 5 meter. After t seconds, again 1 second. So it becomes 2 seconds from here. 1 second, 2 seconds. And distance covered is how much? I'm taking the example of book. 20. We can take anything. I am using the books one. Okay. Similarly, after another 1 second, d becomes 35 over t. 45. Okay. I'm using the example of the book only, same. T equal to 4 second, it becomes 80. Okay. So how the position has changed? If we make a table, okay, there are two quantities. Here we have taken the time. With respect to time, we have calculated the position of the body. Okay. T is in what? Seconds. And distance we have taken in meters. Okay. So when t equal to 0, position also we have considered as 0. It haven't moved anything. After 1 second, it has been at 5 meter. At 2 seconds, it will be at 20 meter. At 3 seconds, 45. At 4 seconds, 80 meters. Okay. So this is how we are represented in a table. We are represented in a table. Okay. On x-axis, we can, okay, if it, so we'll be considering motion on one dimension. That means only one x we require. Two axis we have, one x we require. That is x-axis we require. Okay. So how we are going to? X-axis represents distance. That is 0. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 80 somewhere. Okay. This is the distance. Now, 0 distance at t equal to 0. 5 meters at t equal to 1 second. 20 meters at t equal to 2 seconds. 40 meters at t equal to 3 seconds. This is how we can represent. Understood? X-axis represents distance. Here, x-axis represents the position of the object. That is how far from the initial position? 5 meters, 20 meters, 40 meters, 80 meters. Understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go through it once. Distance and displacement will start tomorrow. Okay. Or go through it once if you don't have the doubt. I will give the brief idea about distance and displacement. Okay, we will have one sheep. This you have understood? Everyone have understood? Any doubt?
No, sir, no doubt.
No, sir.
Okay, then I am bringing one sheep here. Okay. This is our sheep. Okay. And we have left it in garden. Okay. So what it will do? There is a grass in garden.
It will eat all the grass and come back to its food.
It will start eating. But see, there is a pattern to eat the grass. Okay. The sheep will try to go where it will see more green grass. So it will graze the grass where it see this sheep sees more green grass. So for example, this is our garden. Okay. So first sheep moved here, eaten the grass. Then here, 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 then, and last here. Okay. Now, what is the distance traveled? For distance traveled, we have to add this distance, this, all we have to add. This is the total distance. So distance depend on the path taken. What is the amount of path taken? That will give us the distance. Displacement means, see here. This is body, displaced, we displace the body. We displace the body from here to here. So how much it has displaced? Here. So what is the displacement? From this position, this was the initial position. This is the final position. So what is the displacement? How much the body has been displaced. So this straight line distance between the initial and the final position. This is displacement. This is displacement. And in which direction displacement has taken place? In this direction. In this direction displacement has taken place. If we take it here, from here it has moved in this direction. Okay. It means it is east, west, north, south. In southeast direction, roughly we can say it has moved in which direction? Displacement in southeast direction. Or for example, it is 10 meters. 10 meters due southeast. So displacement is how much? 10 meters due southeast. Okay. Does it depend on the path? Displacement?
No, sir.
No. Whatever path you take. Okay. For example, you are here. Okay. You are here. From here you move to Jaipur, then Delhi, then to China, then Wuhan, or any place, Japan, Tokyo, Hokkaido, anywhere you move, and came back here. What is the displacement?
0.
0. Understood? So we'll be starting with distance and displacement tomorrow. Okay. This sheep you understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. This sheep is also having 2 ears.
Two
Okay, we
eyes
can end the
also.
class. Yes, that I made. Mouth I forgot. Okay, we can end the class here. Clear?
Yes,
So we discuss distance and distance.
sir.
Thank you. Any doubt here you can ask.
No,
Okay.
sir, no doubt.
Okay. If I tell your
Thank you.
friends as well that if you are not possible, if you are not able to log in, you can text me personally. I'll send you the link for time being. Okay. But
Okay,
try
sir.
to log in. Okay. It's better to log in. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.